It's time to get busy.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah!
There goes the beast. As you can see by the evident mess of what I got going on here, got a wheel cylinder out. Now if I had watched Dave's farm videos earlier, when I did the other side, this is the second time this has happened to us now. The other side just went out too, but I gotta replace the wheel cylinder. It blows the seals out here, and it leaks fluid everywhere. Very evident right away when you see the bubbling of the paint from the brakes. That's usually a sign that brake fluid has gotten on something. It's all bubbled up and peeled away there, all that paint there. It's pretty nasty. So that basically means that the wheel cylinder went out. But anyway, back to what I was saying about Dave's farm. On Dave's farm, if I had watched some of his stuff, he works on Dodges a lot, don't you, Dave? The wheel hubs come off by using a locking nut instead of the style that I'm used to, where you pull the wheel off and then sorry about that. I had to put in my SD card. I didn't realize that it wasn't in here, and I ran out of video. What I was getting at is usually instead of having the nut on the front on the spindle, just like a front spindle would have, it was the old style I was used to that had where you hammered it and it fell off, you know. But if I had watched Dave's farm back then, I would have known better. But at that time, I'm over there pounding on the other side, and anyway, now all I've got to do basically is break this line loose, and the best way to do that is to go from back in there, mainly because this one, I'm sure, is rusted pretty darn good to the point where it will break the line if I try to break it loose, other than to unscrew the cylinder and then screw the new one on, slide it back in, because unscrewing it back there will allow me that movement. And so let's get back here. I suppose you can, huh? Let's see if I can crack this bolt loose. Best to use it do it with the vice grips, mainly due to the fact of stripping the bolt off. Oh, that's pretty damn rusted. I bet you that thing's gonna break right off. Good thing I got a new line though. This side was definitely worse than the other. Hey, it came loose. Mine broke too, but it came loose. So we will have a replacement line job to do too, no big deal. I'm going to take this clip off of here because that'll be utilized on the new brake line. Yeah, probably. Okay. Now I got to get this brake line loose. At this point now, it really don't matter if it breaks, because of the simple fact that the other end already broke. Yeah, she's twisting right up, just like I figured it would. This side was a whole lot rustier than the other side. That's for sure. She's just twisting that line. There, as far as this one goes. Yeah, she's even twisting a little bit. Broke right clean off, wouldn't you know it? At least this comes out of the other side. I don't even need it out now. I'll take it out anyway. Now, maybe find a socket. I got a socket. Just gonna crack this stuff loose because I can't take it out yet. I gotta take all the brake parts out too. Oh, don't stress on me. There we go. Good deal. I'll lay this right here for now. Okay, now I'm going to take all these brake components off. Yeah. Alright, so what I'm going to do is get this crap all out the way here. Start out with some of these springs here. Oh. I usually like to lay these out in the order that I take them off too, so that way I don't screw up anything. That always helps in a project. This is a piece that evidently broke off. It's supposed to go down in here to help adjust the brakes. By every time you step on it, it basically pushes this lever out. But it's broke. I'm not going to replace it. So. Part's a little tricky, these little bastards here. I don't know if you can see them on the cam, but if you can't, I'll show you what I'm talking about in a second here. Ugh.